Thanks for staying with us. So, Tope Makodige is trending on our YouTube page and on social media because a caller called in complaining about her dressing, and suddenly my producer said that, okay, let's discuss dressing. What is indecent dressing? Of course, there are comments from all over. Obviously, what Tope is wearing today is definitely decent. It's not indecent. But we're assuming the caller is possibly referring to other days that Tope is very expressive of her fashion sense, you know, and, you know, nothing is perfect. You know, sometimes, you know, people have different moods and people dress according to their moods. Interestingly, today, I have this purple braids in my house, and I love those purple braids. And I was wearing a purple outfit today. I said, Morayo, I'd love to wear it, but my identity on TV would clash with that purple braid, so I chose not to wear it. Now, if I was wearing this outside to maybe a family function, I'm likely to wear my purple braids because I think it goes well with what I'm wearing. It matches perfectly what I'm wearing. But because I have a role and identity on TV, on screen, I chose not to wear that purple. But it doesn't mean that if I have an opportunity to wear something as I could, I wouldn't wear it. So what are your thoughts on this issue of dressing, and how do you think, why do you think Nigerians are so, whose right is it to ask you or tell you not to dress the way you choose to dress? Nima, let me talk about Brew first. Since she's the subject.
Okay, so our dressing are guided by whatever we call fashion and our beliefs. For me, my beliefs, and even I fully covered, have been called out on this show to remove my hijab. Somebody said we should tell that woman to cover her brain to remove her hijab so she can think well on live TV, on a call just like this. And so we are used to this kind of thing. Back in the days, it will really demoralize you. But now we'll take it as feedback. And I must say here, I appreciate our fans. When they call us out, sometimes when they call us out for things that are true, that we know. Remember, we were doing a show on TV, and I mentioned, we're talking about parenting and how parents should give their kids sleeping time. And I have to keep my kids up latest 5 a.m. to get them ready for school and leave them at 6 a.m. because I have to come to work. And a caller called from my area and said, Nima, even I cover my face with shame because that was a honest feedback. It's something I know as a mother I would rather not do, but it's my reality. I have to adjust and live that reality. So thank you to our fans when they watch and when they give us feedback that are honest. We know them, we practice them, we try to adjust them. I've tried to adjust. I've taken him out of the school bus system and found other ways to do it, but you know, we appreciate them.
So let me let you jump in. What are your thoughts?
So, you see, when it comes to giving feedback, I am a believer in feedback. Like, I live by the principles of growth. That nobody will say, this is how I'm born, this is who I'm going to be, this is, just leave me the way I am. I believe that life, we must keep on growing and expanding ourselves. So I do not shy away from when callers would or fans would give feedback. I'll take it and think about it, question myself again. But if feedback, the best way to give feedback is to give it in a way that understands the person's structure and have a relationship with the person, and give it in a way that does not insult the person. So obviously, we know where our caller, the mindset our caller has, and the journey she would have to go by herself to grow in how to give feedback. Maybe a DM, maybe a WhatsApp message, maybe whatever. Or maybe you think about it and say, I don't just like this lady, Sha. Well, let me listen to the man that I like. You have a choice. I have seen things on Instagram that I would never wear, I don't like, but I will not go there and type because we are different people. I will not wear what Nima is wearing. If I want to wear a boo-boo, I'll wear it, but I'm not an hijabite, so I will not wear hijab. Doesn't mean that I would disregard or disrespect what our choices are. And we must be allowed to express, people should express themselves as long as it does not come into your personal space. If you follow me online and you see something you don't like, you can unfollow. If you are watching on TV and you don't like what I'm wearing, you can tune it off. Like, things are within your control. So take advantage of the opportunity and protect your sanity. Okay. However, when it comes to dressing, people do get a lot of heat than necessary. Myself and Onipot have had this conversation. I love wearing off-shoulder. My people on YouTube were commenting that maybe it is because they've seen Tope, she has seen Tope wearing off-shoulder before. And even in the same YouTube, like, she will never show cleavage. So I had this really nice off-shoulder outfit I wore, and Honeypots complimented it and saw it on Instagram that people were saying, how can you, a Daystar member, you are active and you are wearing this kind of dress? She was like, she replied the person and was wondering why I didn't reply. because I don't give energy to what does not produce results for me. No need. But it was a off-shoulder dress. I was showing shoulder. That's, I feel comfortable showing. If the NBC, which guides our rule here on TV, in case you don't know, NBC is Nigerian Broadcast, what's this?
Commission.
Commission. Nigerian Broadcast Commission is NBC. There are rules for what you can wear on TV and what you cannot wear on TV. When you disobey those rules, you get fined. I have never been fined on TV. I have never disobeyed the NBC rule. My husband has not chased me from the house. He loves my dressing. So let's learn to tolerate one another, respect one another, and give feedback positively.
Okay, before I come to Amaka, I have a caller. Good morning. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Hi, good morning. I'm Princess.
Good morning. Good morning.
And I was just going to say something. Her dressing is so beautiful. Like, she dresses well, and everyone on the TV show you guys do well. And I feel that the woman who called this morning was actually jealous of her. You get?
Okay, I didn't hear that part. Okay, before I come to Amaka, it's also important to remember that Your View is a show that allows for expression.
That's what I wanted to say.
Good, the bad, the ugly. And that's why I said it's your view, let it count. You must express your view. And so she has given her own feedback, which is valid from where she's coming from and from her own understanding, from her own experience. And she has every right to. We also have a right to respond and say, okay, this is why I do this way, respect my own perspective, and we can all live happily ever after. Amaka, let me come to what are your thoughts on this?
Yes, you just took it right out of my mouth, because I wanted to say it's called Your View for a reason. A couple of times, I got a call like a month ago. I shared my opinion on something, and someone sent me a message and then called me and said, called my business number and said that they're disappointed in the fact that they see me as someone that is always unbiased, but that was really biased about that conversation that day. And I told her, thank you for your feedback, but it is my view. It is your view for a reason. I'm entitled to my view. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And as far as you're giving that your view and your opinion respectfully, that's what counts. The lady, in my opinion, was not respectful in how she gave her view, all right? But then, like you said, let it count. And when it comes to dressing, people dress to express themselves. Dressing and fashion helps with your confidence. And you're on TV, and people dress how they want to appear and what boosts their confidence daily. And I love her response, very mature, I must say, my darling sister.
I have a caller from Lisa. Lisa from Okearo. Lisa, thanks for calling.
Good morning, sister.
Good morning. Morning.
Tope, I really like the way you responded. I learned from it. Kudos to your heaven. God bless you. Thank you.
And interesting. Let's take a few comments on social media.
Honeypot and I had that conversation, and Honeypot is someone that she's a presenter. She said the last time she came on TV, this was when we were still in the old building before it got burnt. Honeypot is very, by nature,
endowed.
And so the heat she gets for everything she wears, and she was like, right now she does not care. She dresses, she's comfortable, she's confident. Sometimes she's supposed to keep the endowment at home and go out. It's not like she can hide what she's carrying. It's not possible. So why would we then make such comments about it? Some people get to the point of being hateful about giving comments online. There are comments online. We are training on Inda KG. Meanwhile, I already said this point, that pressure will shoot you forward. So I'm about to blow some kind of blow right now. I'm grateful. Thank you.
But again, let me put things in proper context. Our show also has a target audience, and our audience is, I would say between the 25 to 55. So where the people who watch our show are mature women, the women who are probably married, probably even they are mature in their businesses, their own businesses, their grandmothers, their mothers, they have families, they have obligations, they have businesses, they are growing, and they're trying to scale. You know, these are people who are at a certain level. And with that comes responsibility in how you look, how you dress, and how you present yourself. So the reason why we might have callers who someone don't like orange hair, pink hair, maybe long nails like this, because at the time where we do nails, maybe somebody's nail is up. I get a call that Tope's nail is broken. Please, could you tell her to adjust it? Or Tope's hair is too bright. I usually often, but I understand where they're coming from because that's our audience. So we must also consider the people that we're talking to. We're not talking to the Gen Z audience. That's not who our target audience is. Our audience is at a certain level, and there's a way these kind of women expect to see a representative of them. Because remember, we are a depiction of who they are. We are an expression of who they are. So when they see you, they want to see themselves. And once they see someone that looks off them, that's why they're likely to ask questions like, why are you looking this way? This is not who we are.
So I get
Let me ask you, let me put this comment for you. Somebody posted on on YouTube, said someone that she's replying to someone has the audacity to say she's waiting for the day Ramatu will be called out simply because Ramatu does not cover her hair like that. So Ramatu is a Muslim. She doesn't cover her hair like Nima. And somebody is putting a comment on YouTube to say they should also call her out for not covering her hair the way Nima covers her hair. Please speak to that. Because now hijab has level. There's short hijab, there's long hijab, there's full one.
Okay, so I'm going to just talk to Ramatu. You get ready. Because it's on YourView. I'm telling you, I'm not joking. First 1 year on YourView, in fact, the first 6 months, I used to come here thinking, am I in the wrong walk? Maybe I should just sleep at home. Come walking down to work, afraid of what a caller would say. And I dared not express an opinion at that time. They say, lawyer, and she's even tell her to come open her brain. Her brain is covered. And I got those calls on the show. So Ramatu should get ready for the kind of things that she would see. But eventually you win the hearts of your followers. That's the
people.
truth. Where I am right now, if you call me and you're telling me anything, I'm just comfortable because I know I've won the hearts of my followers. And I do sometimes get calls. What I want to say to the caller is, if you can't reach us personally with this kind of feedback, for me, when I get this kind of feedback on a phone call, I do get them. I did a video on Saturday eating meat, and I mistakenly did like this. My circle called me that, auntie, you don't show bosom. Hijab is to cover up. I didn't say it on the show. I simply made sure that anytime I'm talking now, I'm holding it down or find a pin. And it comes from, yes, because it comes from a place of love. They know where I'm coming from. And they will hate that the fame I enjoy today takes me away from that.
Pastor Dele has been holding for a while from you.
Fantastic. I love that.
Pastor Dele, you're live. Thanks for calling. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let's try to call him back. I do apologize for keeping you. Any comments on social media for...
Our followers on Twitter say, you are discussing a caller from Zamfara. Let me come and be going. We shouldn't have discussed this. Someone says, maybe the caller saw... I don't want us to focus on the caller. Because because we're talking about it anyway. So it says, maybe the caller saw the length of the gown under the table. Just saying. And so, for me, this is... Sokoso says, you got to love the support and love pouring for Tope today. YourView fans are too much. That's the truth. We get this, we get the back and forth. Amaka, get ready. I'm going to ask you, are you a lawyer at all?
I have one comment I like so much. They said, is she wearing go?
So you're going to get calls for everything. We are used to that on the show, and thank you for the love. That's all I would say.
Right. So as I said, it's important for us to put things in proper context, and definitely every view must count. You know, as long as it's not insulting, as long as it's not aggressive, everybody's view must count. And I think Hawa's comment is based on our own perspective.
However, belong to my circle.
also, it's also important for us to see that TMO also has our own way of dressing, and she has our own style. Certainly, we work within the NBC code, and everything we do must be defined and must conform with the regulations of our profession, what we do here. So as long as we're not breaking those rules, we're still within that. But we must also be sensitive to our viewers. As I say, our audience is very crucial because the only reason why we're here is because of them. So we take the feedback, we look at it, and then we'll see how, but it's not going to change who we are. It's not going to change what we are. It's going to affect who we are and how we project. We have to wrap up on this, but any other final comments before we wrap up on social media? Because I know lots of people are commenting and celebrating Tope. Tope better blow from this.
Tope's handle is at TMO. So you cannot go and take this story and not tag her. It's not working.
So your response was apt.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
I think
it was.
Yes.
I think.
I like to smile through it.
Let's just tolerate. I laugh at all this. Morayo knows this is not the show. Everybody here knows that if you give me feedback, I would always take it and think about how to get better. But if it's not something that is not bring, see that right now I have financial targets.
Honestly.
So as you're looking at me, even before this one, I posted online that I'm receiving gifts. So what I really want is what is on my mind. Anything else is a distraction. And I think Nigerians should be like that. If you see something you don't like, just put your mind, focus on the one you want. It's not a put Gary in your pocket or money in your pocket.
She also loves us.
Yes.
Yes.
We love her too.
Somebody who doesn't care will not call. Because she
Yeah.
loves the show. That's why she calls. So we appreciate you, Hawa, for
Thank
your
you.
thoughts.
Thank you, Hawa, for your
And,
feedback.
That is
Love
all
me
we
for
can
me the way
take
I am.